before we know it, we're gonna go way past our time that we can actually put an intro in.
Oh yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of the BFFisode podcast. I am Kevin Various, and on the other side of the screen, as always, is
It's Ernie Vicente.
what's going on, Ernst?
I was gonna tell you last week when I got when I was getting my car fixed. It's because my uncle, he buys these old cars and he sells them.
Okay.
Right. So he had this old 2003 Protegé 5.
Ooh,
Do you remember those?
isn't that your original car?
My first car
Yeah.
was a 2002 Protegé sedan,
Gotcha.
4-door sedan. Right. And back then I actually wanted a Civic, but my dad was like, no, get the Mazda. I was like, you got it, dude. Even though I didn't want it. And then so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just get the Protegé.
Whatever you say, Dad.
Whatever you say. So I got the Protegé, and then I remember it was I wanted the silver. I wanted the silver Protegé. I didn't want the Protegé at all. But they're like, what color do you want? I'm like, silver. And then they're like, okay, well the silver it's gonna take a couple weeks. But we do have black on the lot right now. I was like, I'll take black. I took the black.
You twisted my arm, but all right, I'll take the black.
I'll get the black car that I do not even want. I'll take it right out. So I drove off with the black Protegé. But then the next year they released the Protegé 5, which is the same exact car except it's a hatchback. And I was like, those look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I already got the Protegé, so I'm like, it's too late. And then some of our friends got it, like Big Kev.
Yep, that's right.
The bigger Kevin than you.
Yes.
Got that car. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then again, it's like it's not like a dream car of mine. You know, it wasn't like, oh man, one day I want this Protegé 5. I was just like, oh, that's a cool car. Okay. So last week I was at the shop, and my uncle's like, oh yeah, I bought this 2003 Protegé 5, 100,000 kilometers.
What?
Yeah, which is way less than my car right now.
What are you at?
I'm like I think 300,000.
Shit.
300,000 kilometers. Right? So it's like 200,000 less, but it's technically like 11 years older. Oh
right.
No, 9 years. 9 years older than my car. To 2003, my car is 2012. Right? And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm selling it for 2,500. I was like, okay, that's all right. And then I looked at this car, and it has like tinted windows, fog lights, stick too.
Stick, nice.
That's key, right? Do you still drive stick?
Yeah, this Mazda that I have is stick.
Do you like driving stick or?
Yeah.
Right, because we would always drive stick. Yeah. I can't drive automatic anymore.
It just feels like you're useless. You're not doing anything.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah.
You can you can eat, drink coffee,
text.
Yeah. Well, don't do that. But so I was like, Protegé 5. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh cool, 2,500. That's fine. But then after I left, I was like, I got home and I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, 2,500? That's pretty decent. And it looked brand new. It looked new. I'm like, okay, this guy probably took it, he took care of it. He didn't drive around 100,000, even though, it's been like almost 20 years.
And he'd probably give you a discount.
Maybe. He'd probably give me a discount. But I'm like, wait a minute, what if I just trade? What if I just trade my Mazda 3 because it's so old? It's probably even. The word it's probably worth the same.
I guess. But then you put all that work in and just got the windows tinted.
That's what I'm saying. Well, no. But here's the thing. I got the windows tinted like on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
After.
Okay.
Because I'll have to tell you this part of the story. I got so I was thinking about the Protegé 5. I couldn't sleep that night. It was last Tuesday, after we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
It was last Tuesday. I couldn't sleep. I even talked to on our. I was talking to JMO, and JMO was like, "Yo, get the car." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." You know, because here's the thing, Kev. I have a regular Mazda 3, right? And we have the same car, right?
I have the hatchback.
Okay. So if you go on any street, you'll see like a million Mazda 3s
Mm-hmm.
drive around, right? So we all look the same. But what if you're walking around and you see a 2003 Protegé 5? You're like, "Whoa, that's a conversation starter."
There's Back to the Future.
You know?
Just blast from the past.
Blast from the past. Right? So I'm like, yes, because when we get to go to parties again, I'm gonna roll up in the party with my Protégé 5, and I went beep, beep, and then everyone's gonna come outside. Whoa, what is that? Can I sit in it? Can I drive in? I'm like, yes, come on. The pandemic's over. I got a Protégé 5. Let's do it. Right? I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be the belle of the ball, Kev. Everyone's gonna want to ride in this car.
Talk of the town, baby.
Talk of the town.
town.
Talk of the town. So then I couldn't sleep. So the next day, I was like, before I make, because every time I make a car purchase, I have to consult my father. You always want your father's approval.
Words of wisdom. Make
Yes.
sure he approves, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I called him up. I was gonna tell him, and I was so excited, Kev. I was like, I thought, you know what I mean? I thought he was gonna be so happy. Like, yes, what a great find. What a great deal. You are smart. 100,000 kilometers versus your car, 300,000. So I called him up. I was like, hey, Dad, do you remember the old Protegé 5? He's like, yeah, I guess. Why? I was like, sit down. I have a deal for you. I just found a 2003 Protegé 5 with tinted windows, fog lights, everything. Stick, 100,000 kilometers for only $2,500.
I mean, he said, "I'll buy it for you." Good find, son.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. He'd be like, yes, you are my favorite son. You are so wise. But then he said, what the hell are you thinking? You're buying an older car than your car? Your car is a what? 2012? I'm like, yes. He's like, you're going to buy an older car. Why? And I gave him all the reasons. I was like, I'm the belle of the ball.
Tinted windows.
Fog
Sunroof.
lights, sunroof. And then he said, do you know how much fog lights are? I was like, no. He's like, they're really cheap. You can add them to your car anytime. I was like, what? And then he goes, yeah, even you can tint your windows right now. I'm like, can I? I had no idea. I had no idea it was that cheap. That's why I just got the tint.
Because he told you could get all these add-on features.
Well, all these things that I wanted from the Protegé 5, I can just get them for my car.
Well, you can't get a hatchback out of that car, though.
Can't get the hatchback. But then again, it's like I don't really need the hatchback. So my dad was like, you know what? If you want to buy like a classic car, it'd be good if you had like an older like BMW or like Protegé 5 is not even a classic. I was like, I guess you're right.
Maybe to you, Dad. Maybe just to you.
But I was so excited, Kev. I couldn't sleep that night.
I waited all
night. I waited all night. I was like, oh my God, my dad's gonna be so proud. I've never been
after that. How did you feel? How did you feel after?
I was so disappointed. I was so sad. I thought I was like, this is it. My dad's gonna be proud of me finally. I was picturing me and my dad working on this Protegé 5. Like remember when like the Little Rascals had the go-kart competition? That's what I thought. I thought me and my dad were gonna make this go-kart. I'll be Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and he'll be Tim the Toolman Taylor, working on the hot rod. Me and my dad.
Oh, fuck.
It's not to be. He did not. He did not care.
I bet you were blasting. Remember that song by Simple Plan? Yeah, the one they sang for their dad. Perfect. Sorry, I can't be perfect.
Hey, that's such a fitting song because that's from 2003. I could have played that in my Protegé 5. My 2003 Protegé 5.
Holy shit. Oh, it fucking kills me. I can only just imagine just how amped up you were just to try to get a hold of him and call him and then tell him the great news that you found.
I couldn't sleep. It was 9 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I woke up. I was like, I'm gonna call him. He's like, why are you calling me so early? I'm like, guess what? I got a deal of a lifetime. He's like, you're an idiot. Why are you buying this old car? It's not even a classic. But then I thought about it, Kev. I was like, wait a minute. If you look around the streets or the highway, when was the last time you actually saw a Protegé 5?
I can't even remember. Maybe back in 2003. I can tell you.
Then I thought about it. I'm like, maybe that's a sign. Maybe there's a reason why they're not on the road anymore. Even though they are scarce. Maybe there's a reason.
1,000 kilometers though. That's a good number.
100,000.
Because I mean, if you think about it, our friend Wayne bought one of the old, I can't even remember what year it was. It's a Honda.
It's like a 91.
Yeah, 91. It was like a lime green almost.
Honda Civic hatchback. Classic. That's a classic car.
That is a classic car. That is a definite classic car.
Classic car.
But when he bought it, I think he only had, it was like a low number of kilometers because it came from an old couple or something.
Yeah, an old couple that had it in their garage that they didn't drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a classic car for sure.
Yeah,
that
one's definitely a conversation starter.
It is. That's what sparked me to get the Protegé 5. You know, when Wayne brought that out, everyone's like, "Whoa, Honda Civic! Oh my god, I haven't seen this since high school." But imagine I came out with the Protegé 5. Boom! Like Ernie.
Does he have frosted tips?
Is he playing NSYNC? What the heck is that?
Is he using one of those CD adapter things?
Is that a tape deck?
Did it have Bluetooth? Did we have Bluetooth technology in 2003?
I don't. Yeah, that's another thing that I was thinking about. I was like, if there's no Bluetooth, then I'm like, I don't really want this thing. You know, because then you have to buy a new stereo.
Yeah. I mean, you could make it Bluetooth. I've seen people who've taken older cars and made it Bluetooth active, but again, you have to buy all that shit and install it, and it's just more of a headache when you already have one that comes with it.
Yeah. Then I was thinking about it. I'm like, if I buy the car, then I have to go somewhere to change the ownership and call the insurance, and
yeah,
it's a whole thing.
Then you never know though, all the repairs that you might have to put on that thing.
That's true.
All that stuff has all original.
I was tempted to go back to the garage and be like, can I just test drive it? I just want to touch it.
You should have at least done that.
But but that would be a make or break, because that would actually make me want to buy it even more. Or if I didn't like it, then I'm like, yes, okay, good. I dodged a bullet. Yeah,
but then even if you did want to buy it, your dad's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, what the hell?
Unless I hide it. No, unless I hide it. You know what I mean? Like I buy it, right? And then every time I go to their house, I park far. And then they're like, where's your car? I'm like, oh, it's just down the street.
There's no parking. But
yeah, I could find parking on your driveway.
But there's 4 spots available.
I saw this video with your daughter.
Today?
Yeah, it was right now.
Yeah, she was doing like a review of toys that she got. She's pretty good. He's
So
really good
good.
at that. I
I was
can't
like,
believe it. I can't believe it.
it's so funny. She's so cute and funny. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna get more views than us.
I know. Maybe we'll make that our thumbnail.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
how
yeah.
many clicks we get.
Or we put her video like at the beginning of this video, right? So people are like, "Oh, she's so cute," and then boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the BFFs. We're like, what?
Ooh,
Who
it's
are
our
these
version
people?
of getting Rick rolled.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I think we should do that. I'll send you the video, Ernst. I'll send you the video.
I think it's fine.
You know what I was going to say? I was going to say that today I kind of felt, I don't even know how you say it, but like, so one of the young guys that's here, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I know you do a podcast, but I was wondering, like, how do you start one? Like, what do you need to do? Because a friend of mine wants to start one, and I was wondering if you could give us some tips." I was like, you're asking me because you think I'm a podcaster? I was like, I basically told him, I was like, look, I do the easy part. I show up and we do our back and forth, but like the hard, tedious part, it's not even hard. I guess it was more tedious is the editing, and then try to figure out what story you're trying to tell, and then cutting and editing so that that comes out on camera.
Yeah.
So, but that is like, yeah, you might want to invest in certain things like a mic or headphones, just to make it more legit. I don't really like these ones anymore. I got to get a new one like that.
Yeah, these are cheap on Amazon.
Because yours has like the microphone, right?
This one, no.
Or no? Okay. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I thought it did. I thought it had the mic too, but apparently
Is it down here? Your mic or
no? There's no mic.
Oh, there's no mic at all.
No, because I tried putting on the PS on the PlayStation controller.
It doesn't work.
Well, like you can hear stuff, but then it says like the mic, no microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I've been doing is I've been like so last week I went downtown twice. I slept here twice. And I did 2 24-hour fasts. Yeah. So I'm doing one right now because it's too much food.
When did you start?
Last night at 8:30. So I'm not even hungry right now. Like I'm good.
See if you can go all night. Go to sleep.
Maybe, but I'm thinking of maybe I'll go back to Brampton now because it's still kind of early.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So what I was trying to say was so I have the PS4. So I brought it here. So I'm like, oh, if I could just bring it like wherever I go, like downtown or Brampton.
Yeah.
Right. And then I have like so like maybe I can if I have because I have 2 controllers. So I have one controller here, one controller there, and then the headset. I have it here, but I was like, oh, if I can use this headset here, I don't have to bring the headset anymore.
Then you don't have to bring and it makes sense.
Yeah. So even though it's like so small,
it's one less thing to carry.
Yeah, one less thing to carry. So then I tried using this, and then they're like, no, there's no microphone. Yeah, well, that's good for this week, Kevin. We talked about my my go-karting dreams with my dad. Classic cars like the Protegé 5 that no one knows or cares about. So yeah, that's good. So thank you guys for listening as always. And as always, you can find me on the internet at Ernie Vicente. And Kevin, you can find him at
Kevvarius, KEVVARIAS, if you want to see some cute videos of my daughter.
Yes. So please like us on YouTube and Spotify and all that stuff. And we'll see you guys again next week.
Toodles.